It's but a dream. Okay, you know that song already. Happy new month to you. Oh yeah, it's February the second month in the year 2026, and I'm so glad to welcome you in it. Ooh, I feel so good. I feel so good. I mean, it's February, the month of love. Oh, Valentine's around the corner, right? Yeah, I know. Quite a number. Be buckling. Have you even recovered from the December Christmas yet? Well, anyways, who am I to say? I mean, be sure to do the best that you can, and please don't stray off your moderation. I would always say that one, all right? Moderation is the key. Moderation. We've not even finished, just finished January, and you know how January was for some persons and all of that, and then you now look at February and another. But this is not me saying don't do your best to make sure that, you know, your belly is full, because charity begins at home. So you've got to begin that charity from your belly. And then, of course, the person and the people that you love who are also looking up to you, right? That their bellies are also full. And don't be like that young man who was captured with drugs, illicit drugs, in his, if you know what I'm saying, his privates, and as well as under his footwear. And all he could say was that, oh, I had to do this, bring this drugs from Brazil into Nigeria so I can sell it and make money. What for? Make money for my child's naming ceremony, because I've got to make it big. The society is looking at me as an odogu, so come on, I need to really fit in. You see that kind of pressure? If that's what Valentine's going to give you this month, please don't get into it, all right? Don't get into it. If you have Gary, drink it in peace and be happy. Don't go into that one, all right? But yes, if you have the means and you have enough to share, please do well to look at that neighbor of yours who is in a degenerated situation and reach out to them. All right, well, it's a brand new month. I mean, it's February. I mean, at least it's the first time that I'm connecting with you to saying Happy New Month in this month of February 2026. And it does feel good to bring you to witness the Eagles Morning Rises Breakfast Show. Oh yeah, we start your day the right way, and we make sure that you join the moving train. Don't worry, nobody's gonna be left out. Not in any way. Not as long as I'm here, okay? But anyways, let us also put it out to you that this month started running. Yes, we started this month running, especially with the United Nations having to observe today, February 2nd or February 2, as World Wetlands Day. All right? Wetlands for our common future. That's what it is. That's the theme. Wetlands for our common future. Now, did you know that about 1 in 8 people make their livelihoods from wetlands in ways that also deliver food, water supplies, transport, and leisure? Did you know that? Because wetlands are ecosystems, and they're ecosystems in which water is the primary factor controlling the environment and the associated plant and animal life. So a broad definition of wetlands includes both freshwater and marine and coastal ecosystems, such as lakes and rivers, underground aquifers, swamps and marshes, wet grasslands, peatlands, overseas, estuaries, deltas and tidal flats, mangroves and other coastal areas, coral reefs, and all human-made sites such as fish ponds, rice paddles, reservoirs, and salt pans. All right, so put all of this together and you get your wetland definition explained. All right, that is it for that. But I should also let you in on the fact that yes, today from February 1st up until February 7th, so it's going to be a week of World Interfaith Harmony Week. World Interfaith Harmony Week. You already know interfaith means from one faith to the other, the relationship between one faith and the other, right? And it's an Harmony Week, so coming together in one accord, peacefully talking about the futures of those who follow them, and of course sharing ideas that will better not just the faith world, but of course better the nation. Well, it's got just one theme, and that will be uniting for peace. Remember, I told you, in harmony, in one accord. So World Interfaith Harmony Week is an annual event observed during the first week of February, and in designating the observance of the week in 2010, the UN General Assembly pointed out that mutual understanding and inter-religious dialogue constitute important dimensions for a culture of peace. Now, it established the World Interfaith Harmony Week as a way to promote harmony between all people, regardless of their faith. Now you got that already. All right, now let's jump into what the front page of Nigerian newspapers will be. But before then, you already know I cannot skip my manners. Let me greet you in the way that I know how to. I would say, I miss you in my dialect. I would say, that's what the good people of Isoko would say now to the TIVs, the TIV. They would say Nindeve. And to my Gala brethren, they would say Olodudu. Okay, I take you now to the indigenous people of Abuja. I'm talking about the Bagis, and they will go Agife. Oh, I love it. And then, yes, the Hausas will say Nakwana, Yorubas go Ekaro, and the Igbos will go Otutuoma. And in the language that you and I totally understand, it will be Una. Good morning. My name is Udwak Daniel, and let's dive into some things that you ought to know already, knowing fully well that this hour is the pages. So we will look into the front page of Nigerian newspapers as early as we can. Now, you should know that the southeast states of Abia, Anambra, Ebonyi, Enugu, and Imo are in the grip of fresh anxiety over safety of life and property after the outlawed indigenous people of Biafra IPOB called for a sit-at-home protest across the region, and that will be today. Okay, so the group branded it Biafra-wide solidarity lockdown to show support for Onitsha traders in the aftermath of the closure of the city's main market for 1 week by Anambra State Governor Charles Soludo. And scores of terrorists were killed and others brutally injured during a gun battle with troops of Operation Fasanyama in northwest Nigeria. The operation followed days of intensive surveillance by ground troops, and the Nigerian Air Force, who intercepted the bandits on January 31. Spokesperson of Operation Fasanyama, Lieutenant Colonel Olani Osoba, said in a statement on Sunday. I like it. Now, moving away from that, now the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has removed the names of the Julius Abure-led executive of the Labour Party from its portal following its sack by the Federal High Court. The National Publicity Secretary of the party, Obiora Ifo, confirmed this in a statement in Abuja. The party described the decision by the commission as strange, vowing to protest it. Okay. The Federal Medical Center FMC Abuja has clarified the circumstances surrounding the death of a rising singer in the Federal Capital Territory, Ifunanya Nwagene, who died on Saturday after suffering a snake bite. The hospital stated that its medical personnel made concerted efforts to save her life, but we're unsuccessful. Okay. Speaker of the Niger State House of Assembly Abdul Malik Sarkindaji has commended the Nigerian Army, the Department of State Services, the DSS, and other security agencies for what he described as remarkable operation successes recorded against bandits in Mariga local government area and parts of Niger North senatorial district of the state. Now, the speaker described the operation as a major breakthrough in a fight against insecurity in the state. All right. Now, operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, have arrested Uche Franklin Onyekwere, a Brazil-based Nigerian businessman at Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, for concealing cocaine in his private part and the soles of his footwear. A full body scan confirmed confirmed the concealment, and a subsequent search recovered 1.6 kilograms of cocaine in 3 large wraps. You beat that inside somebody's. Oh, come on. Well, Edo State Police Command has rescued 3 kidnapped victims, a husband and his 2 wives in Ekpoma, and arrested 8 suspected kidnappers, the command said on Sunday. Now, in addition, 5 suspects were arrested for alleged vandalism of a petroleum pipeline in Edo Central Senatorial District. I see. Now, let's take you to the fact that workers, it's gonna be the conversation for the 9 o'clock hour. So, workers of the Federal Capital Territory Administration received their January salaries last Friday, alongside the payment of 1 month out of the 5-month arrears owed under the wage award, officials have said. With the latest payments, 2 months of the 5-month wage award arrears have now been settled, while the remaining 3 months are scheduled to be paid alongside salaries for February, March, and April. But the workers say, I no go agree, I no go agree. Now I'm saying I because I'm putting all of them together as one union now. Joac and the rest. I no go agree. Do you even realize that the NLC and the TUC are showing solidarity support, and that there is going to be a march in protest tomorrow? Are you aware? Okay. The workers are saying I no go agree, but don't forget too that there has been a court injunction that have told the workers, talking about the industrial court, saying, hey, go back to work, stop the protest, stop the strike, stop it all. But the workers have also gone to an appeal court to file a report, and they are saying, no, you've not met our demand. So we don't go agree. Where they're going to have a march tomorrow, and the NLC and the TUC will be joining in on that one. Are you also aware that the NARD, Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors, are also looking into an indefinite strike? Oh, come on. What is really going on? What is going on? But anyways, though, I'll leave that for the 9 o'clock hour, because we will talk about it. Now, the Minister of Defense, General Christopher Musa, retired on Sunday, disclosed that he was among the intended targets of the recently foiled coup plot against President Bola Tinubu, revealing that the conspirators planned to arrest or shoot him if he resisted. All right, can you hear that? Now, Musa made the disclosure while speaking as a guest on national television, where he also described the suspects behind the plot as a bunch of very unserious individuals. Can you beat that? Very unserious individuals, right? Now, you call them that now because the coup failed. If the coup had succeeded, God forbid, will they be unserious? I'm just saying. But anyways, Abia State Governor and leader of the Labour Party, Dr. Alex Otti, has described the exit of the party's former presidential candidate, Peter Obi, as highly regrettable, admitting that his departure represents a major loss to the party amidst its lingering leadership crisis. Otti spoke in Abuja during a meeting with members of the party's board of trustees, leaders of the National Caretaker Committee, and representatives of the Nigeria Labour Congress and the Trade Union Congress, the TUCs, and the NLCs, respectively. I see. Well. Let's go now and see what is going on. On the front page of Nigerian newspapers this morning. All right, let's go see it already. So I see this one here. It's going to be a smart read, as smart as I could, and I'm going to avoid repetitions, okay? So let's get into it. The big story with the Daily Trust newspaper this morning now. And this one here says, Tinubu abroad 22 days in 1 month. Okay, Tinubu abroad 22 days in 1 month. I see. That story you find on pages 4 and 5 of the Daily Trust newspaper. And I think that would be all with the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. All right, let's move away from the Daily Trust newspaper, bring you the Guardian newspaper, the big story on the front page of the Guardian newspaper. Nigerians turn to survival businesses as formal jobs dry up. Nigerians turn to survival businesses as formal jobs dry up. And you can see a chart right there. There's a chart right there in front of you as you watch live on Facebook and YouTube. So you see the chart. Now, on the chart, it shows Nigeria's informal economy is still largely young and growing. And there is a percentage mark attributed to the different ages. This one right here says unemployment remains the most common reason for starting an informal business. Okay, you see that one on what page now? Page 6, written in red for obvious reasons. And we take it to page 3 now. Reactivate standby force against Sahel threats, Tinubu tells ECOWAS, page 3. And I see this one here. HEDA asks US to sanction Nigerians linked to security funds diversion, page 5. And to page 9 now. Terrorists raise church police station in Niger State. All right, page 9. I see this one on page 7. Osun Assembly vows to recover diverted local government funds. Page 7 has got that. Add 1 to 7, you get 8. Anxiety as Soludo reopens Onitsha markets. Okay, investors, farmers lament as agri sector loses 5 trillion naira in 2 years, and about 3,500 rice farmers have said, you know what, we hands off. We hands off already. We cannot continue this. No, it's not going to work. And I wonder how that is going to impact us as a country and a people. Well, I see this one at the belly button area of the Guardian newspaper now, I believe. Yes. And this one here says 2027 being the kicker. Atiku holds talks with ADP leaders. I mean, Obi Kwankwaso Alliance rumor. I see. Okay, so we go to page 3 now. Obi faults Tinubu on multiple foreign trips. 2027 agenda, page 3. And to another page 3, Tinubu reforms saved 27 states from collapse, says minister. All right. House defends delay in passage of Electoral Act Amendment Bill, page 3 again. And that wraps it for the Guardian newspaper. The Nation newspaper beckons now. Let's go see it for ourselves. And I see this one. It says General Musa being the kicker now. General Musa, how coup attempt was foiled at planning stage. Oh, it was foiled at the planning stage. But just above the big story now, you'd see this one here. Trial of Benue attackers opens. Page, what is this? Looks to me like page I, but I take it for page 1. All right, so page 1 has got that one. And the 80 Kurming Wali abductees escape from kidnappers' den. All right, escape. Let's go one right into it now. Bandits blow up police station, kill man, abducts people in Niger. Again. Oh, now that story continues on what page? Page 5. All right, so this one here, and a Dangote NNPCL seal gas supply deal, and this one is continued on page 4. Man nabbed for importing cocaine in soles of shoes. Man nabbed for importing cocaine in soles of shoes. Okay, now you can see that 47-year-old male, and all of that. His details is just very clear for you to see. Doing a coup now is impossible. Nigerians would have resisted it. Okay, that's what General Musa is saying. But just above the Nation newspaper, building a flyover bridge across it now. How government's policies reshaped forex transactions, page 2 and 3 respectively, has got that story. Why Labour Party won't go into coalition by Oti. All right, page 5 has got that one. To page 7 now. I will produce my successor in Oyo State. Makinde is boasting. Page 7. To page 5 now. ISWAP, second in command, killed in massive attack. Am I celebrating this or not? Yes, I would. A win is a win. 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 So I celebrate the unaliving of this terrorist, because I've never liked them. But anyways, though, I see this big story with the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. But just before I bring the big story to you, let's just go above the Nigerian Tribune newspaper banner now and bring you this one. It says, Osun Assembly vows to recover all diverted local government funds, restate oversight, legislative power over LGAs. Page 23 has got that. To page 5 now. Free meters. Discos defy minister's directive, focus on Band A customers. Can you beat that? The minister said, give free meters, Make sure installation is free. The discos came out at some point, remember? And they say it's just audio talk. That is just political statements. And ever since then, the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, he just kept quiet. No talking no more. But anyways, discos are even saying, you know what? We will focus on Band A customers and they will pay for it. Regardless of whatever you think, Minister Huadao. Anyways, page 5 has got that. To another page 5 now. Concern over huge cash outside banking system despite surge in digital transactions. And now let's take you to page 2 where the big story resides. West African leaders meet in Ghana, agree on regional security framework, and it's got one writer to it say region now global epicenter of terrorism, violent extremism. Page 2 holds that. Oil spill. Ijaw youths threaten to shut down oil facilities. Page 3's got that story. And oil discovery at Eba. Ogun government reaffirms jurisdiction, cites legal historical evidence. Page 2. And to another page 2 now. My team will continue where I stop in 2027. Makinde says as Peter Obi Lord's governor for uplift of state. Oyo National Park Office, police arrest 7 suspects. Page 4. Labour Party holds congresses in March. Oti Usman urge Abure others to sheath swords, seek reconciliation. Party wishes Obi well in ADC. Your victory is temporary. Abure's camp replies, and that one you'd find on page 22 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Okay, I'll just try out with the Punch newspaper very quickly and see if I can take at least one of your take on which of these headlines jumps at you, pops at you, tickles your fancy, or begs for your reaction. Now, the big story with the Punch newspaper now, travels, says the kicker. Presidency spends 34 billion naira on Forex in 2 years. Foreign trips, aircraft maintenance costs fall as foreign exchange purchases plunged 83% in 2025. All right, I see this one here just above the Punch newspaper banner now, the top, the peak, the apogee, the heights, the zenith of it, at top of it. You see this one, cool is the kicker. I was marked for arrest. Assassination, defense minister says, page 16. And to page 2, DHQ faces heat as military personnel bypass airports checks. Page 2. To page 8 now, health workers strike grounds hospitals. Can you beat that? Can you beat that? Well, they took it right off my mouth. Health workers strike grounds hospitals, and that's on page 8 of the Punch newspaper. Makoko demolitions, Lagos Assembly to meet community leaders Tuesday. And okay, that will be all with the Punch newspaper. So let's open the phone lines now, get to hear from you loudly and clearly. In case you're just tuning in, this is Eagles Morning Risers Breakfast Show, and this is how we start your day the right way. Yes, this is Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. Yes, we give you an audio-visual radio experience that you can count on anytime, any day. And we say this on strong authority because we have the arm that is very boastful. And who gave us that boasting? Right, you did. All right, so we will indeed engage real quick. And you should get onto the YouTube channel now. Please hit the bell button, subscribe at Eagles FM Abuja. Do the same with the Facebook page wall at Eagles FM Abuja, and you'd be glad you did. Let us know that you came, you saw, and you're soaring with us. Right? Taking the score now. Let's go. Hello, good morning. Good morning to you, Apostle Osalife.
Yes, Apostle Osalife from Damangaza Apple.
Welcome, so, Apostle.
My take goes like this.
Yes, please.
The former president of this country, in the person of Buhari, before he entered the throne of leadership, he was saying that Jonathan have extravagantly spending money and going trip abroad, this and that. But when he entered the throne of leadership, he just increased it. Every time he's in abroad, neither health challenges here and there. But now, this president, our president now, have been, have emulating him.
Right.
Time with the number of days and months you spend abroad is more than the one he's here. You can agree with me that whenever he's in the country, the number of insecurity will be going down. But once he go to this trip, we're hearing killing and killing here and there. So please, our leaders, let them have conscience. They say that we are giving them the mandate. Let them give us a protection. Let us make things to work. The NEPA man or the man for power, the man is not trying. If I know the phone number of Mr. President, I will call him and tell him to let the bro of whoever let him resign, because time without number we are now since our president fall in Turkey. That's how our greed and the life have fallen. Let there be a change. Thank you and God bless you.
Let there be a change.
AKA Walking Name, God bless you.
AKA Walking Name. Right. Well, I'll just take out this time now. Let's just take a time out. We will come back with a time in a short bit. Don't go away.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
There's so much more to enjoy when you fly in Emirates Economy. More legroom, delicious regionally inspired meals, complimentary free-flowing drinks, and the latest movies, TV shows, music, and live sport. Some of the best entertainment in the skies. And our family services make your journey simple and fun. Plan your next trip and start the holiday early in Emirates Economy. Fly Emirates, fly better.
Hello, my dear people of Nigeria. Hello, my dear people of Africa. You want to work inside health sector? Abi you wan follow collect training? Make you follow become certified nursing assistant, medical assistant, or caregiver? If your answer na yes, then make you kaka register for Push Africa 1-year diploma for certificate nursing assistant training wey dey happen for African University College of Science and Technology wey dey for Abuja. Yes now, dem wash hand well design this training for people wey no get work alias unemployed graduate, O-level, ordinary diploma graduate, or anybody where a mind touch ground to work as support worker inside the healthcare sector. No waste time o. For more tori, make you log on to www.pushafrica.org or make you WhatsApp 080-339-42015 or 080-550-45801. For registration, make you take a go collect your application form for our partner radio station or make you visit the reception for African University of Science and Technology, Abuja.
Power Homes and Shelters Limited, a real estate company. We be Baba for properties. Our properties national best.
Please listen to this important infomercial. It's Powell's time on radio. Abuja. Powell Homes and Shelters Limited has come with a vision of transforming housing through innovation, style and integrity. At Powell Homes and Shelters Limited, we deliver affordable luxury, comfort and reliability in real estate. We offer genuine lands, elegant homes, modern designs and flexible payment plans to make your dream home a reality. Visit us today and experience excellence you can trust. Our address is number 52, Suez Crescent, Abacha Estate, Wuse Zone 4, Abuja. You can call us on telephone number 081-510-20000 or 080-925-70000. The number to call us once again is 081-510-20000 or 080-926-70000. Now let's hear what your sister and veteran Nollywood actress Patience Ozoko, Mama G, has to say about this company.
My people, my name is Patience Ozoko, popularly known as Mama G. G for General. Do you want to buy genuine lands and other properties and need a brand you can trust? Think Powell Home and Shelters Limited. With a reputation built on honesty and reliability, we ensure your investment is secured. Our team of experts is dedicated to providing personalized service tailored to your needs. Join countless of satisfied customers who have found their dream properties with us. For inquiries, please call 0815 102 0000 or 0809 257 0000. We can get you property from any part of Nigeria. Think real estate, think Powell.
Thank you, Mama G, for that wonderful talk. Remember, our office is at number 52, Suez Crescent, Abacha Estate, Wuse Zone 4, Abuja. We also have branches in Enugu, Owerri, Oka, and Asaba, and Nairobi. Think real estate, think Powell.
Power Homes and Shelters Limited, a real estate company. We be Baba for properties. Our properties not your best. Invest your money, create a better future. A real estate company. We be Baba for properties. Real estate. Our properties not your best.
Power Homes and Shelters Limited, a real estate company. We be Baba for property. Our priority na to satisfy our client to the best.
All right, welcome back and thank you for staying with us. It's still the Morning Risers Breakfast Show, and yes, this is the Pages, the newspaper review segment on the very breakfast show. Let's go take this one. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you, please.
How was your weekend?
Very well. Hundu. Welcome aboard, my brother.
Yes,
very well.
A lot has been happening, and a lot has happened, even over the weekend.
That's right.
I want to quickly say that it's unfortunate that the president promised to start where Buhari stopped, and he's doing exactly that. And some of the things he's doing is traveling too much. You cannot be having myriads of issues, and you are traveling like this in a whole month. In January, the president barely spent 10 days, here, in Nigeria. You cannot be leaving your country from somewhere else. I think the president needs to look at the issue of traveling. He's traveling too much, and it's becoming an issue. And again, talking about the Nigerian army, the Nigerian army has been so politicized, that you can no longer take their word even to the POS. Talkers are taking their word, to the bank. You cannot take, if army says something, you cannot take it to the POS. As even POS, they will not accept. Talkers are taking it to the bank because when everybody was shouting "coup, coup," why didn't they come out and say, okay, we are investigating, we are trying to find out exactly what happened? But they kept on saying no coup until today, when they are beginning to say so many things. And just like you have said, it's fortunately that the coup did not work, and that is why the defense minister can say those people, can call them names. If that coup has worked, by today, nobody will hear what here, in this country, and yes. And lastly, the issue of insecurity. Can't those criminals become tired even for 1 week and rest? Can't they allow our people to rest at least for 1 week? Thank you.
All right, Turkan B right there is asking the strong questions and also talking to Mr. President. Said, please, Mr. President, stay back now. Stay back. You're traveling too much. What is going on with you? But the Minister of Defense, General Christopher Musa, has revealed that he was a target of a recent coup plot with plans to arrest and possibly shoot him if he resisted. Now, he described the coup plotters as a bunch of unserious individuals lacking the caliber and institutional backing to challenge the Nigerian state. Well, if you also recall that initially the defense headquarters denied reports of a coup plot, but later, just recently, I'm talking recently, they confirmed the investigations uncovered evidence of plots to overthrow President Bola Tinubu's government, and the minister explained that the initial denial was a strategic decision to avoid creating unnecessary tension and to protect institutional integrity. Oh, we still got institutional integrity. Is it the same institutions that have totally lost their systems and structures? I don't know. But anyways, that's what he says. I'll just take one more call, and then when we get to the WhatsApp portal, because at 7:50 there is going to be a broadcast on here and right here. So let's go take this one. Hello, good morning. Okay, now this is not connected. I beg your pardon. All right, let's patronize the other number now. Patronize the other number, and let's see how we can go from there, or where we can go from there. All right. Okay. So I'm trying to get the connection. All right, connection now. Verified. But meanwhile, let's go take messages from the WhatsApp portal. I see this one coming from Samuel all the way from Kuje now. Starting an existing protocol, Samuel. Yes, it's a new month and it does feel good. High five. Thank you, far too kind. I'm sending one right back to you. It says, UD, please. Someone should tell the president that his constant foreign trip is not putting food on the table of the masses in this country. How can a leader abandon the people that he's meant to govern and provide security security for abandon them to the mercy of terrorists. Habba! Only Nigeria and African leaders do that because they don't care about what happens to the people they are meant to govern. God will judge every one of us, whether for doing good or for doing bad. Have a great and wonderful day, UD. Thank you. We have a great day too, my brother. How can Mr. President leave his people just like that? That's too bad. That's what Samuel says. But I should go see what Yunusa Danton Ibrahim is saying now, my dear friend and brother. He says, good morning, gentle UD. Good morning. Yunusa Danton Ibrahim from Abaji. Right, Yunusa, I see you. According to FCT workers, the minister is still owing 4 months wage award, unless he decides to pay 1 month as time progressed. Oh my God, what kind of country is this? A state man with integrity telling lies? FCT workers only received salary last week Friday, in which wage award is not yet included. The FCT workers are waiting to see the outcomes by the minister. It will be proper for the minister to resolve and give the workers their rights, including the lingering 2024 promotion. President Tinubu should also understand that Nigerians are complaining things are moving backwards, and refusal to replace FCT minister will fail APC 2027. Thanks, he says. All right. That also tells me, hey, let's go take some voice notes. I've got to be quick with this now. Apologies, I'll come back with a voice note, with a voice calls, but let's go take this voice note, and we will come back with a voice calls in a short bit. Triple D.
Mr. UD, the man with the golden voice, good morning.
Good morning to you.
My name is Triple D, sending this voice message right now in Waru. Security killed one of the bandit leader. UD, we thank God. It's a plus to us. At least they are gradually going, despite the fact, raising challenges. But at least we are getting it in the right direction gradually. Assassination of the defense minister. Well, thank God. That would have been a great loss to this country. UD, the coming of this defense minister, there are some changes. Take it or leave it. The end will come in no distance time. Well, on the clip of Mr. President, UD, it calls to worrisome. Look at the issue of insecurity. And someone will maybe spend how many days in his own country, and then life is just going as if, wow. I pray opposition get it right so that we'll have the best person to lead this country. Salasi, happy belated birthday, and I greet you. Good morning.
Oh, Salasi's birthday. Belated now. Salasi, I'm going to ring a bell for you now. Okay. You didn't tell me, Salasi? Okay, but it's okay. It's all right. It's all good. Well, let's go hear from Salasi now.
Good morning, Udak Daniel.
Good morning to you.
The man with the golden voice. My name is Salasi.
Yes.
I'm sending this voice note right now from Wusales on 7. I want to start by talking about the security challenges that happen in Niger State. This Agbara community, these criminals, these monsters have gone to that community again. They first of all burned the police station. After the police station, at the church again. They say the church are blessed, and they kidnap people in Niger State. Honestly, this insecurity is so disheartening. Whenever I listen to the radio, I feel bad about this insecurity. But nevertheless, I want to commend our gallant men for making sure that they deal with the bandit, the terrorist. ISWAP leader, second in command, was killed in Borno. I sincerely want to commend them for that. And we're urging the government shouldn't give them a breathing space. There shouldn't be any repentant bandit bringing them back to society. No. There's no way. After killing people, after mending people, after dehumanizing women and children, you hear a governor saying that he's negotiating amnesty, bringing them. No. We disagree with that, and I vehemently disagree with that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, I vehemently disagree with it. Now I see you now, Comrade Olobasi in Buari FCT. Good morning, Obong Urak Daniel. Good morning. Happy Survival Day. Yeah, I'm slapping you an on-air high five right now. Happy survival, brother. Now, is there any president in the whole world that stays outside his country more than ours? Even Paul Biya of Cameroon, who's almost clocking 100 years in power, stays in his conquered country. The most annoying thing is that nothing is brought home to Nigeria in the midst of all these camouflage medical tourism trips. May God Almighty intervene in the country's affairs. Amen, he says. Well, amen, I say to that too. Okay. Well, let's see how we can take maybe one more call, and we will call it a close for this very session of the morning rise. The number is 0907-353-0044. That is 0907-353-0044 or 0908 090-766-8888. Or better still, you can send a message, a voice note to the WhatsApp portal number 0909-705-4450. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning.
Happy Survival Day. Happy New Week.
That's right. Welcome aboard.
My regards to all the beautiful callers of this wonderful station and all your colleagues.
That's right.
Yeah, on to Saminu from Lifecar.
Awesome.
You see, I want to ask a question.
Yes, please.
Are Nigerian security men, are we ready to fight insurgency? Because we have all it takes to fight this menace we are facing.
Okay.
We don't need outside intervention or outside assistance. If we need, so be it.
Okay.
And the core issue is rather unfortunate. And I want to call on Mr. President to retrace his track by traveling up and down. And finally, I want to call on the Minister of the City to please pay the staff their salaries.
Okay.
Because I heard him one day saying he's going to spend 73% of the budget in Maitama. What about the other areas? Our major problem, my brother, is corruption.
Okay.
Are we ready to fight corruption? May God make things possible for this country. We have all the tests to make this country great.
Right.
My warm regards to Salasi and my elder Onoja.
Appreciate
May God bless you. And finally, please, Nigerians drive to stay alive, drive to beat traffic rules and regulations so that accidents can be reduced to the barest minimum. I wish you a wonderful day. May God continue to bless our Nigerian country with good leaders. Thank you very much. Have a lovely week ahead. Thanks again.
Appreciate, man. Appreciate, my brother. Appreciate. Well, I just... It has been called to my notice, the messages via the Facebook page wall. And just to also put it out there, a little bit of complication going on with the YouTube channel. So please stick with the Facebook page wall for your audio-visual radio experience that you can count on. So I see a couple of messages. I'm going to run through them as quickly as I could. Mr. UD, a.k.a. Radio Bulldozer, good morning, sir. Good morning to you. Watching live from National Assembly Quarters. Please keep up the good work. Thank you. And please, my regards to Mr. Salasi and all the listeners of Eagles FM Abuja. From Suleiman Danfulani from National Assembly Quarters. Thank you, Suleiman. Also, Francis Namani is watching live from Amagunze in Enugu State. Thank you, also. Good morning from here, and keep up the good work. Mr. President should curtail his incessant foreign trips and focus primarily on how to address numerous challenges facing the country. We can't continue like this. Government at all levels should collaborate to tackle the spate of kidnapping, banditry, and killings in the country. Where are we going from here? May God help us. Okay, he says. Now, I see you, Doctor. Mrs. Ma Olibara from Owerri says, greed and avarice are the root causes of all these defections. Without opposition, democracy is meaningless. We are in a serious trouble in this country, a situation where a ruling party tries to silence and destroy opposition, pushing the nation to a one-party state. It becomes dictatorship and no longer democracy. Shall we just be watching these people destroy our hard-earned democracy? These people don't even understand the implications of what they are pushing us into. Danger is looming. Okay. Please, danger be averted. That sounds scary. Danger is looming. Okay, that's what she says, though. But I'd like to put a peg to it now because can't go any further. But thank you, Far Too Kind, for being a part of this one. Appreciate your time with us. 9 o'clock, I'll be right back. 8 o'clock will be time for Sports on Eagles Wings. Don't miss Alan Smith's voice because he's going to be here to bring you all of the intrigues and action. Good morning.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Your number one radio experience you can count on. Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Hello and welcome to yet another explosive conversation with Esther